Kia ora. How's it going? That's so hot. Oh my god. I just burned my esophagus. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Renee. I like to read books and then talk about them on the internet. We're doing a reading vlog today. The much promised reading vlog that I'm sure you have all been waiting for. We're reading East of Eden. This is the book that you all voted for as my next read, so we are doing it. We are reading it. I started a little bit of this morning. I read the introduction last night. Close vote. It was weird. We had a three-way tie in the comments votes, and so I had to make like a poll, and then that was really close between this and the Copenhagen trilogy by Tove Ditlevsen. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat. But this guy won out, and I don't know how I feel about it. It's long. The font is quite small on the page. I don't know. I think it's going to be good, but I've been putting this off. One, because I haven't had a lot of time to read lately. Wanted to be able to give it a dedicated time slot to really sink my teeth into. And it's the King's birthday, or long weekend here, so we have Monday off. It's Saturday today, and I feel like I haven't read in a long time. I feel like I haven't just like sat on the couch for hours on end and read. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend. I will be attempting to read a big chunk of this weekend and probably next week. But yeah, this is what we're in for. This is what you signed up for, okay? Just know, you picked this, not me. No, I'm excited about reading this. It's a classic tale that I know a lot of people have read and really loved and enjoyed, and I guess went on to influence a lot of literature written after as well. Let's read the back. So it's got an introduction by David Wyatt, which I think probably gave away more than I would have liked to have known about the book, but it also gave kind of a history of Steinbeck's career and what he was trying to achieve when he wrote this book, so that was kind of interesting. The blurb says, there is only one book to a man, Steinbeck wrote, of East of Eden, his most ambitious novel set in the rich farmland of Salinas Valley, California. This powerful, often brutal novel follows the intertwined destinies of two families, the Trasks and the Hamiltons, whose generations helplessly reenact the fall of Adam and Eve and the poisonous rivalry of Cain and Abel. Here Steinbeck created some of his most memorable characters and explored his most enduring themes, the mystery of identity, the inexplicability of love, and the murderous consequences of love's absence. I'm expecting a lot of drama, some backstabbing, some outrageous moves. I, like many people, have a Succession hangover after it finished this week, and I feel like this is gonna, not fully all the way, but could potentially fill a bit of that kind of evil sibling rivalry that I so desperately miss already. I'm excited to get into it a little bit more. I've read a little bit this morning in bed, honestly, just like the first 7 pages, so not much. And like I said, I read the introduction last night. Now I'm recording this to let you know that we're doing it. We're doing it. We're reading it. It's happening. I will park myself on the couch for as long as I possibly can today and see how much I can read. I don't really know how I'm going to update this. It's like 600 pages long, so I don't know, maybe every 100 pages would be like a good way to do that. Oh, yeah. That looks quite nice, actually. The chapters are quite short, so, well, some of them. So I feel like there's going to be a nice kind of 100-page break at each point. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go with that. Okay, wish me luck, and yeah, let's get into this. Kia ora. Hello. It's night time. It's like 10 to 6, but it's dark outside. And I haven't filmed or vlogged at all today, so here I am saying hello, checking in. Yeah, I just had a bath, you know, prime reading time, but I spent the hour that I was in the bath on TikTok just like rotting my brain, which makes me feel like shit now. And so I've deleted the app because that's the kind of person I am. I will literally waste my life watching that app. So it's gone. We're not going to do it for I don't know how long, but it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. What else can I say? Yeah, I have not reached 100 pages. I've read 36 pages, which doesn't feel like a lot, but it's a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely going to stick to my 100-page update because the story hasn't developed all that much yet, so I don't really know how I'm going to talk about it. So we'll just wait until I reach that, which I think I will today. I didn't actually spend much time reading it today, so I think I'll get to 100 pages tonight at least, especially now that I've deleted TikTok. But yeah, we were kind of doing other things today. I did some cleaning. I actually have the book on audio and I listened to it for a bit, but I'm not sure whether it's a book that I can exclusively listen to. I might need to have the book to read with it as well. It's my little update. Do you like that I'm wearing mismatched pajamas? Yeah. I couldn't find either of the other pieces for these pajamas, so I'm guessing I wore them together at one point and now I look ridiculous. Kia ora. Happy Sunday afternoon. I have a reading update for you, finally. I reached 100 pages and it's getting really good. I'm also about to jump in the bath, so I'm going to try and make this quick. I'm not quite sure whether or not I do like a proper recap or whether I just talk about things more specifically. I don't just want to give like a play-by-play. As we know from the back, this is a bit of a family saga. We're dealing with two families, the Hamiltons and the Trasks. We've been introduced to them pretty appropriately, I think, at this point. We've also been introduced to another character named Kathy Ames, who, dun dun dun, I am obsessed with. She is by far the most interesting character in this book so far. I think like it stopped just before the point, but I'm pretty sure that Kathy is about to be introduced to the Trask brothers. So this is going to be interesting because for anyone that's read this book, Kathy is a woman young girl actually, she's not a woman, she is definitely still a young girl who I think is going to be able to maneuver her way into whatever she needs to. The book is set in California, Salinas Valley, not a place that I'm familiar with at all, but definitely some interesting imagery kind of being conjured up. A lot of biblical references, obviously, East of Eden, this idea of this place of the Salinas Valley being some kind of Eden that is perhaps like untapped. The story of Cain and Abel and their kind of sibling rivalry is being reflected in the Trask brothers, so Charles and Adam, which we've just had a part where they've kind of had an exchange, which felt very biblical. You know, lines like, I've always loved our Father, and you never kind of committed yourself as much as I did to him. So some interesting kind of things going on. But so far, really enjoying it. I'm interested to see how these two families come together, or I don't know if they do. I'm assuming they will. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. It's fun. I'm having fun. Definitely feels as though it's kind of doing some succession-y things, especially with the situation that the brothers are going through at the moment. Their dad just died. He's rich. You know, it's doing something. It may be a reach. We're definitely not dealing with like news tycoons, but it's doing some succession things, and I'm imagining Kendall as Adam for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna go have a bath, and I'm gonna report back when I reach 200 pages. Hello, happy Wednesday. This week is flying by, which is both a good thing and a bad thing because I have so much work to do. I have some book updates, book mail, some other fun mail. You could probably see my address, but actually it's just my work address, so that doesn't matter. So I am up to page 2. I think I finished in the middle of a chapter. I'm up to page like 220. I dropped this in the water in the bath the other night while I was reading. So she is looking a bit water damaged, and that's fine. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. This is my first Steinbeck as well, which, I mean, really means nothing to me. I haven't read a lot of literary fiction in my lifetime. This is my first Steinbeck, and I'm really enjoying his writing. It's very matter of fact and yet somehow still quite prophetic and profound in certain parts. Good boy, Mars. I just have to congratulate my dog for eating his dinner. Good boy, yeah, well done. You did a good job. I am enjoying the characters. They're all very interesting and intriguing. I mean, Kathy I'm just like, what is going on in her head? I would love to know. She's great. Samuel is also a really interesting character, and even his wife Liza. I'm just like always interested by characters who tend to live out their lives through moral beliefs. I guess that sounds silly because that's how most people live, but when they are so attached to those faith structures and religion, and when that is so like vehemently how they choose to navigate the world is quite interesting. And Samuel being this man who's curious and intelligent and is kind of seeking out different forms of knowledge that he knows that his wife wouldn't be all too happy with is really endearing and interesting, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying reading something plotty. Again, it's helping me get back into reading. It's very readable and easy to listen to as well. Although I haven't been doing a lot of listening without the book because I do really enjoy the writing. But yeah, really, really enjoying this so far. I'm very excited to know what happens. Yeah, that's kind of all I have for today's update. I do have some book mail that I'm going to open that I ordered yesterday, actually. It was pretty quick arriving. I had to order my book club's June pick from Wellington because I couldn't find it anywhere in Auckland, and also the library didn't have it. So Unity Books in Wellington to the rescue. And the book is Death by Landscape by Alvia Wilk, which I am so very excited to read. It's a collection of essays. Wilk examines creative works across time and genre in order to break down binaries between dystopia and utopia, real and imagined, self and world. She makes connections between works by such wide-ranging writers as Mark Fisher, Karen Russell, Han Kang, Doris Lessing, Anne Carson, Octavia E. Butler, Michelle T., Helen Phillips, Kathy Collier, Jeff and Anne Vandermeer, and Hildegard von Bingen. I'm probably saying that wrong. This is going to be great. I'm really excited to read this with the book club, and I knew that I wanted a physical copy because I know I'm going to want to mark it up and all that jazz. The other little bit of mail that I got is I bought a pair of shoes, which I have been eyeing up for a long time, and probably not like season appropriate, but I definitely needed some shoes that weren't sneakers to add to my wardrobe. And I did open it already today, but it came from a website called Moonflowers, which is actually owned by the same people who own this website called Garden Objects that I really enjoy. They sell all garden objects. It's a great little website if you're based in New Zealand. But I just bought a pair of black, like velvet Mary Jane slippers. I don't even know if they fit me. They said to size up, so I got a 39, but I have not tried them on yet. Yeah, I'm really excited to have a pair of shoes that aren't going to be sneakers. They're so cute. I think they would go really well with my outfit today, actually. Yeah, so that's my update. That's my little haul, and that's about it. Actually, I probably have some news that I can finally share. And that is that I have a new job. I haven't started yet. I'm not starting till July, but yeah, it was all kind of finalized today. Just having a little introduction and meet with some of the other team members online and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been one of the many reasons that I've been extremely stressed and just busy and haven't been able to read lately, because I have been job hunting. It's a lot of work. Basically since March was when, kind of like early March was when I first properly started looking, and I kind of made this decision in February that it was time to leave my current job. That I was ready for some change and something new, and I'm really excited about this new role with this new company, new business. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I won't share what that is just yet, but I've got a new job and I'm really, really excited. That's kind of been my preoccupation for the last few months, and now it's finally over. And I feel like I can properly relax, not worry about that now. I just have to think about finishing up at my current job and be a bit nervous about starting at a new one, which is good nerves. It's like excited for change, I'm just excited. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you all, because some of you are like interested in what I do, and I'm not going to be doing that anymore, working at a gallery, but I'm still going to be working in the art world. I will share more, probably, just not right now. Anyway, I'm going to go and help Rupert with dinner, maybe read my book. Yeah, that's it. Kia ora everyone. Happy Thursday, but more importantly, happy birthday, happy first birthday to this guy. Yay! Happy birthday! It's Mars's birthday today, and I just can't believe that he's won. Like, I know I sound like a crazy lady who thinks that her animal is a child, but it's just bizarre. Like, a lot of the time I can't even believe that we actually have a pet, a dog. then I'm just baffled that he's even like who he is, because he doesn't ever seem like a dog to me. He's like a weird creature thing that I love so much. Mwah! So we are celebrating him today, and I'm going to take him to the pet shop this morning, and he's going to pick out a little treat for himself at work today, and maybe like a new toy. Yeah, we'll probably do that. And I think Rupert's got like a special meal planned for him for this evening, which he will no doubt absolutely inhale. Oh, I am page 250, almost to 300. We'll give you an update then. Just know I am really, really enjoying this, like a lot enjoying it. And thank you all for picking this book. Yeah, it's definitely like plotty and readable, but still presenting some like really interesting ideas. There are some, yeah, no, that's all I'll say. It's pulling me out of my reading slump that I have felt like I've been in for months and months and months. So that is a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna go now, go to work, and you can go to the pet shop, maybe get a treat. Yeah? Okay, should we go? Should we go? He's ready to go. Okay, talk to you later, bye-bye. Morena, it's Monday. I have already had to wipe my dog's butt today because he has too much hair around there at the moment, and I need to book him in for a groom to tidy that up. I have mostly come on here to just apologise about the fact that this vlog is literally so boring. A good time for me to start reading this book, perhaps not the best time to start vlogging, because I'm pretty tapped out in terms of what I have the capacity to do at the moment. And what I'm trying to say is that I don't really feel like leaving the house much lately because I am exhausted. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I've been stressed out. Now is the time that I can relax and not be those things, but it's all kind of dumping on me at this point. And yeah, that's why I had a lazy weekend. Great book. Top notch. Well done, Steinbeck. And well done, you guys. I feel like I've kind of given up on the 380 page, 400 page update. I made it to page 382, chapter 31. Adam has just found out that his brother, who he wrote a letter to, has died. And in his will, he left his entire estate, which was basically like $100,000, to Adam and his wife, who's Kathy, who is evil. And I want to know what's going to happen next, because the will said specifically that if one of the other were dead, that the entire estate would go to the other who's still living. So I feel as though perhaps Adam is going to try to kill Kathy. That's what I'm saying it now. I can't see him like wanting to share it with her. I think that's what's going to happen. And it would fit nicely with this whole kind of Cain and Abel dynamic that I'm seeing between the two of them as well. Oh, I have to send some payroll stuff to my new employer, soon to be new employer, so that I can start getting paid when I start working. Okay, gotta do that now. Morena, don't look at my hair, I need to do it after this, but I'm kind of in a rush. We made it to page 400. I'm on the last part, I think, which is part 4, 413. What's just happened? Oh, Tom just killed himself. I mean, the Hamiltons are just a sad, sad bunch, aren't they? So Tom is one of the children of Samuel Hamilton, who's died. He's the one who took over the ranch, the farm, when his father and his mother kind of moved away. And he's a bit of an odd character, quite lonely, quite secluded, keeps to himself. What else has happened? Adam has let Kathy know about the will, which I was very surprised, but I guess he is kind of risen above her. He doesn't really care about her anymore. He just wants to be like an honest person, I guess, and she's very suspicious. She thinks that he's trying to trick her because nobody knows who she is, and what is it, what's it called? King City. Nobody knows who she is there, and I think there's like a warrant out for her if it like comes out that she's in the area, and she'll be arrested for, I guess, shooting him years and years ago. So she thinks it's all kind of a ruse for him to get back at her. It's not, but I'm sure she'll figure out a way to exact some kind of revenge on him, because that feels like her thing. She is definitely an interesting one. Okay, I need to go fix my hair so that it doesn't look insane. I don't look like a Backstreet Boy. After my last cut, it's kind of not as good as the one before. It's appearing much more wavy after I wash it, which I'm not mad about, but it does take a little bit more to kind of to get it to sit a bit nicer and not so. Yeah, we'll fix it. Don't worry. Okay, I've got 15 minutes before I have to leave. Happy Friday. I am cooking dinner. I am making this chicken with potatoes, green beans, and a romesco sauce. I'll just cut up some potatoes and grilling some capsicum and some tomato in the oven. One moment, I just have to turn them. It's Friday. We made it to the end of the week. I officially only have 7 more days of work until I finish. Next week I'm only working 2 days because we go to Sydney on Wednesday. Then I get back and then I've got 1 more week of work, which is crazy. I haven't quite made it to page 500 of East of Eden, but I'm almost there. It's kind of feeling like it's not going to be a book that's going to have any kind of big moment, which I was kind of expecting. I thought that maybe Adam would kill Kathy, but that's not what's going to happen. Now I'm feeling like something's going to happen with the twins. And it's starting to feel like it definitely has some kind of an influence on Zadie Smith's white teeth, which we all know I loved. Definitely that religious morality kind of through line. You have these 2 sons, and not necessarily the father wanting them to kind of grow up and be certain things, but you're definitely sensing this kind of splitting off of the two. Adam is becoming this kind of religious young man who has this purpose and sense of purpose in life and wants to dedicate himself to the church, and Zadie Smith's White Teeth, you had similar things with the character, I can't even remember his name, the father from the Bengali, father. His two sons, he sends one of them away to kind of get the proper upbringing that he had, and he comes back devoutly religious and not Muslim. So interesting similarities that I'm seeing, and I feel like it's just one of those books that's probably influenced a lot of writers, contemporary writers. So I am still enjoying it, but I do want to tonight try to get through a big chunk of it because I'm almost done. It's like 100 and something pages left, like 125 maybe. I'll show you some video of my food later when it's cooked. Hopefully it looks delicious. I'm sure it will be. Morning, it's Sunday. I have a lot of stuff to do today that doesn't include reading, but I did get to page 500. So I've got 100 pages left to go on East of Eden. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing while I clean today because I want to be able to sit and read it. So, but the plan is to finish it today. You're just going to watch me do some speed cleaning, I think. Yeah. Hi. I finished the book. I did end up listening to the last 100 pages just because I ran out of podcasts, and yeah, I finished it and I loved it. It was great. Yet again, you guys have proved that you've got my back when it comes to these pick my next read videos, so thank you. I mean, if I'm gonna read a big book, let it be this kind of story. It had everything that I love in a kind of epic biblical tale. Complex characters, questions around morality and judgment around morality, I think, is always something that I quite enjoy reading. Between characters, fraught familial relationships, definitely things that I love. So yeah, it was delivered perfectly in this book. It had really lovable characters who were flawed at the same time, so it never felt, I don't know, typical or cliche. It just, I can definitely see this book being a classic and how it has kind of influenced some of the contemporary books that I've read and loved, like White Teeth by Zadie Smith. I obviously pay my respects to Mr. Steinbeck for, I guess, penning this tome. Yeah, I felt like a lot happened in the last 100 pages that I wasn't expecting. The entire book felt very fast-paced, and there were some real quiet moments, but overall it always felt like things were moving forward, and it gave it this real sense of a long history. You never really get an idea of how old the characters are, except for maybe Adam and Cal. Yeah, all the other characters feel as though they could have lived to be like into their hundreds. Like, how old was Adam, and how much has happened to him in his lifetime? was kind of an interesting thing to think about age and the way that these characters grew up in this story or changed over the story. Even Kathy, like, we met her when she was really young, and then she dies in the end, and she killed herself. But the sense of time and the way that it kind of moves through the story is the same as its size. It's epic. It kind of does give it this sense, coupled with the fact that it was written in a time where I think maybe people weren't writing like this, that this is kind of like the first story. It being a tale from the Bible, it being derived from a tale from the Bible. The story of kind of like the first men. So yeah, there's some interesting kind of like importance and weight in that. Like this is what you want to read when you're going to read a 600-page book. It's got to feel worth it, and it felt worth it, and it felt important, and the writing was great. Yeah, loved it. I don't think I have much more to say about it. I don't really remember what I've said so far, and I don't know if any of it's going to be any good when it comes time to editing it, but I think this is a good place to wrap up this reading vlog and my first Steinbeck. Very loved copy of Steinbeck. If you have any thoughts about this book or anything that I may have missed or that you might find interesting, that you want to share, please let me know. It's my dog. You know I love to go into things, so yeah, I would love to hear from you. If you know of any other books that I would love, please let me know based off of this one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much if you voted for this book, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Okay, bye.